Well, hello and welcome to Caring for the Ministry Leader's Soul from Moody Bible Distance Learning. This is your fearless leader, Professor Jefferson N. Williams, coming to you from the remote location of Chenoa, Illinois, where it is going to be 75 degrees today and sunny. What? In April? Yeah, and then there's going to be thunderstorms, and then it's going to be 40s the rest of the week, and it may snow this weekend. That's Illinois! But I'm not going to complain. I'm not, because it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day today. By the way, we saw It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Mr. Rogers, the movie about Mr. Rogers, which I would highly recommend. What a beautiful, beautiful movie. So that was my ADD, just connecting beautiful day and beautiful neighborhood. Yeah, you know how that goes. All right, welcome to week 4. This is one of the largest classes I've ever had, and you guys are rocking it. I think almost everyone has done almost every assignment, which is extremely rare. So I am really thankful of how diligent you guys are being. So thank you. And especially on the discussion board, a lot of you are interacting with a lot of different students and being encouraging. And I love that. I love that as a professor. So, all right. Week 4, you're going to be reading Eswine's Zach's 6 through 10, chapters 6 through 10. And then you're going to be reading Tony Schwartz, Fatigue is Your Enemy. Now, I've shared a little bit in my opening video and in some other places, but I'll tell you again. About 6 years ago, I had been at my church for 13 years. I asked for a sabbatical. The elders said, we only give sabbaticals to senior pastors, not associates, not youth pastors. And I was so tired, I literally just couldn't go on. Nothing immoral, nothing illegal, nothing unethical. I just got so tired, I couldn't go on. That is what I want to keep you from. That's what I don't want to see happen in your ministry. I did not create margin for myself. I did not say no enough. I did not take care of my soul. So I was out of the ministry for 4 or 5 years. That was very good for me. Worked at a hotel, subbed at the junior high, did private practice, did some other things. And now I'm back as a pastor. And when I was interviewing with them, I told them my whole story. And I said, I am going to be extremely diligent at keeping my margins. I'm never going to get that tired again. So what you're going to do this week is you're going to interview a Christian leader somewhere in your life and just ask them, how do they create margin? How do they keep their priorities straight? How do they do this? And what's interesting is some of the papers in the past in this class have actually come back from that interview and said, wow, they're not very good at this. They learned actually what not to do. But this could be anyone. This could be one of your pastors. This could be a Christian school, a principal, a teacher, whatever. Somebody in your life that you respect as a Christian leader that you can interview them. You're going to do a 2-page double-spaced paper and basically just tell me what you learned. What did you learn from this Christian leader that you interviewed? And obviously, you can do this interview over FaceTime, over Skype, or by email, or by text. I don't care. Since we can't be together, but go ahead and do that by whatever means you can do it. And then your discussion board is going to be talking about Zach Eswine's idea of, actually, let me just read it to you. Life and ministry are an apprenticeship in Jesus, which by his grace he recovers our humanity, and for his glory he enables others to do the same. So after reading 6 through 10, where do you see a need for God to work in your heart so you can recover your humanity? It's a good question. And I think that's going to really spark some discussion. And let's make sure that it sparks some encouraging discussion. Let's encourage each other. Okay? Just a note for those of you who were praying for Rosie, our little widow in our church that had COVID-19. She's back home. So she's doing much better. My friend who's in his 30s, who was diagnosed with COVID-19, he's doing better, which is good. So there's some scary moments there last week for both of them, but both of them are doing well. So thank you for your prayers. I did run a half marathon on Sunday. I was scheduled to run one with about 5,000 other people, but obviously that got canceled. So I'm going to tell you, running a half marathon by yourself is brutal. 13.1 miles is brutal, but I did raise over $500 for our missionaries, so that ended up being okay. let's see. Oh, one more thing. If you are a senior pastor and you're preaching this week, if you are a lead worshiper and you guys are live streaming and you're still doing worship, and I've never done this before, but if you're a techie, if you're running the live stream, if you're in charge, I'm going to give you grace and you get extension. You get an extension on this assignment that's due on Monday. It can be due anytime by Wednesday. So go ahead. If you need that extension, take it. Just remind me that I gave it to you, but take it. And I'm going to tell you, preaching to an empty auditorium is getting old. I think some of you know what I'm saying. So I'm praying for a time when we can come back together as a church and a community to worship together. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, comments, or prayer requests, let me know. The question of the week is simply this. In quarantine, what are you guys doing for fun? What are you doing? We put together an absolutely ridiculously hard puzzle, and it took us several days, but we got it. And so that was fun for my wife and I. We're starting another one tonight. So tell me what you're doing for fun. That's it. Onward. Okay, so if you have any questions or prayer requests, let me know. If not, onward and upwards.